Hello and welcome to another episode of Femented Thoughts, where we're taking in a little bit of alcohol and bringing in a lot of conversation. And today we're talking about a hip hop project that dropped on this past Friday. Project I know I've been anticipating. As soon as I saw the teaser for it, I was like, I need to hear this day one. Did it deliver? We'll see. But of course, we're talking about the collaborative project. If you can't tell, I got the hoodie on, I got the shades. Larry June and Chainz collaborative project, Life is Beautiful. Today's beverage of choice, we got one of my favorites, still rocking with my Menage Trois sweet red blend. Just swirl it around a little bit. Blackberry aroma is kicking out the glass. Oh, this is gonna be a good one right here. I can already tell. Hope you have your beverage with me, if you're of age, of course. Let's talk about this Larry and Chainz.
Hope for them ones still in the streets. Never had a job, never had a GED, but I done pushed every V12 you could think. 20
strong blackberry notes in that taste too. I ain't going into too much detail about both of these artists. I'm pretty sure you've heard of them or seen them somewhere. We already know Larry's probably the biggest independent rap artist right now. Been thugging it out in the independent scene for a good minute, and his profile just getting bigger and bigger by the year. We all know Chainz, one of Atlanta's household names, staple artists. He's been in the game for a minute. No introduction needed for him, of course. So these two have collaborated twice before. Firstly, if I'm not mistaken, it was on Larry June's project Spaceships on a Blade was still booming. That was the first time I heard them too. And initially, I actually didn't really care for that song, but that song has grown on me. Actually, I do fuck with it a lot, actually. I do really like that song. The second time was on Larry's other project following that, The Night Shift. On Ocean Cuisine, I believe was a song. I actually like that song too. This mixtape is of course laced up and suited up by the legendary Alchemist, who was on a run himself, man. Of course, we know Alchemist collaborated with Larry June previously on The Great Escape, which is arguably Larry June's best project. So the chemistry is already there clearly with Larry and Alchemist. And Chainz, the thing that made me look forward to this project, Chainz makes that kind of music that would mesh very well. That lush lifestyle type of rap. I was really looking forward to this, and then especially with the singles that dropped. So needless to say, I had some high expectations for this project. And I give it credit, it does start off strong. Menage Cannon is one of my favorite tracks on here. It's a good intro track because it's not too loud, but it's real smooth. It kind of gets you prepared for these types of tracks that you're like about to hear. Kind of just lulls you into a groove to get ready for some smooth shit. However, the song after that, Colossal, I really didn't care for. That's actually one of the songs I do not like on this project. A little too trappy. It's not really what I wanted. I wanted more of the Menage Cannon that I've been. Those types of smooth, luxurious beats. I didn't really care for it. I mean, granted, it's something probably to get them out their comfort zone a little bit and just kind of switch it up. But personally, I didn't really care for them on that beat. But the run following Colossal from I Been to the title track Life is Beautiful, I think that's the best stretch of songs. Each song is really good. The single, of course, I already mentioned that I Been is really, really good. LLC has more of a trap bop, like a bounce to it, but production, the lifestyle, feel of it is more prominent than I felt, at least in Colossal. Bad Choices, that sample, I don't know who he sampled, but that beat, another laced up song, and Larry and Chainz were flowing on that too. And Life is Beautiful, man. I really not only like the production on that was smooth, but the lyrics and kind of like a little bit of the introspection that Larry and Chainz were kind of delving into a little bit, kind of talking about, being a father and taking up to that mantle and being responsible. Arguably my favorite track on here. After that though goes to Generation. Generation, probably the only other song, probably that and True Organics, the only songs in addition to Colossal that I really didn't care for. Those are songs that if I revisit this project, I'm skipping those, have no interest to listen to. I don't need Auto-Tune Larry. Kind of similar to what Dom did in that one song on his most recent project, Class of 95. Like he was doing Auto-Tune, I don't need Auto-Tune Dom. Definitely don't need Auto-Tune Larry. His singing voice is good enough for a rap song, but Auto-Tune, no, that threw me off entirely, and I didn't really care for it on this project. Epiphany though, that's a smooth joint though. Like just the production, just the flow, man. You can tell Epiphany was one of them songs. They was in the booth just having a ball making it, just playing with flows and stuff, and just with the wordplay here, and then even Larry at the end with kind of the double flow he had. You could tell they were just having a ball with that song. And like I said, that production is so smooth. That's definitely another one of my favorite songs. It ends good as well with Jean Pravu. I know I probably messed up that pronunciation, but bear with me. My French isn't as strong. You know, I took 3 classes of French. I still don't remember nothing. Now, besides those negative songs I did point out, the only other negative I can point to this project is there are no features. So it's literally just Larry and 2 Chainz throughout the whole project. Now, that's a negative in my eyes because I really do feel like adding another feature could have brought a little bit more life to it at times. It could have maybe injected a little bit of energy into it. Not saying that Larry and 2 Chainz did bad. I just think, you know, a feature here or a feature there just is something to wow, you know, something to surprise you about the project. When it's just them two the whole project, there's no kind of wow factor outside of maybe production, I would assume. But that's where I feel like a feature could have really came in handy. He could have got a Jay Worthy on here, or Primo Rice could have fit somewhere on here. Could have had Currency on here somewhere, right? So I do think the no features is a negative. I would have liked to seen some guests on here. But overall, I really actually enjoyed this project. As much as I expected it to, that's still kind of to be determined. This project actually had to grow on me. Like the first day I listened to it, I really wasn't meshing with it. I thought it was kind of mid, to be honest. Over time, the more I listened to it, and then the more I was just able to chill with the vibe and just kind of live in the background of this picture that they were painting with the luxurious raps and the beats that Alchemist gave them, I enjoyed it more and more and more, and actually like this project. It's songs that I will revisit in the near future. I think oftentimes people are so quick to judge music and like they hear it once and then that's their whole opinion. They don't even care to revisit it. But sometimes music does have to grow on you. You just don't resonate the first time, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad I was able to give this project, you know, enough time and enough listens, because I do like both artists and I know they're capable of producing quality, you know, work. Yeah, I definitely really enjoyed this project. It's not like one of Larry June's top projects or anything, or even one of 2 Chainz, but it's a nice solid addition to both of their catalogs. And speaking of Larry's catalog, I think we need to start having a conversation about this run that Larry June is on. Like this run he's been on for like the past 2-3 years, from like Spaceships on the Blade, The Night Shift, this project, The Great Escape. I mean, he hasn't had a lot of misses. Like, so I can't really think of one project he's had that I was like, ugh. I really think we're gonna have to start talking about this run for real, because he's been dropping fire after fire after fire. And then the thing about Larry is like he's keeping the same style, but he's still able to elevate and grow as an artist. Because if you listen to Larry June from like, say 5 years ago, like Product of the Dope Gang, right? And you listen to something like The Great Escape or this project, it's still the same artist, right? And the style hasn't changed up, but it's like you can tell you just grew more comfortable in that pocket he's in. And that's so dope. It's like you're staying true to yourself and what your fans like and what you're good at, but at the same time you're finding ways to grow, evolve, you know, have producers come and challenge you with different production. You're going out, getting those features, working with those producers like The Alchemist. It keeps you fresh. It keeps you reinvigorated. Those producers kind of allow you to stretch yourself. Larry, he's on the run right now, so hopefully we're all appreciating it for real. At least I am, because I'm a Larry June fan. Maybe if you're not a fan, obviously it won't hit for you, but for me, hey, Larry on the run right now. That's gonna do it for this episode of Femented Thoughts. Let me know what you think. Did you enjoy this project? Is this one listen and delete for you? Let me know. Let's have a conversation. I would love to talk about it. As always, stay hydrated, stay moisturized. Bye. Hey.